There are three persons in the story Jesus tells us today. One, the guest who turned up unexpectedly at his friend's house. And two, the owner of the house, the man of the house. And third, the neighbor friend who is asked for three loaves of bread in the middle of the night. And which one of these three, should we identify with? I think we can exclude the number one. We don't want to embarrass anyone at night. The guest who arrived unexpectedly at his friend's house at midnight, because we just don't hear anything further about him. Number two is our most likely pick, the one who asked persistently for help from his friend to be able to serve his hungry guest. If we identify ourselves with him, then the parable is about a persistent friend. The word Luke uses for this persistent friend is a shameless friend in the literal translation. The story is then about how to pray to an unwilling God, cajoling and coaxing him to give help that he is initially very reluctant to give. We might also take a look at the third friend as our model. In that case, the story is about a God who always hearkens to the cry of the needy and comes to their help. It gives the story an interesting twist. Getting out of bed is a pain, and walking all over everybody in one-room house to unbolt the door in the middle of the night is even a bigger pain for everyone. And all this for a neighbor who lacks foresight and now asks you to give him groceries just when you ought to be sleeping. Thankfully, today's reading isn't about you or me. We are the impatient Lord. The gospel passage today isn't about the prayer, but the one we should be praying to. With faith, yes. With persistence, yes. Unceasingly, yes. Jesus in narrating this parable goes beyond merely giving in because of sheer bullheaded insistence. His overriding goal is to present God as provider, the Father who gives to those who ask, who leads and shows the way to those who seek, and who opens doors for those who knock. One of Pope Francis' homilies, he recalls an example from his pastoral life in Buenos Aires, in Argentina, where he worked as a pastor. A worker's daughter was dying. He said, the man went to the sanctuary of Our Lady of Luján after doctors gave him no hope. The sanctuary was closed when he finally arrived. But he stayed outside the door all night, begging the Virgin, I love my daughter. I love my daughter. I want her back. I want her health. You can give her to me. And when he returned to the hospital, his wife said, you know what? She has had another test. The doctors they said they can't understand. But she woke up and asked for food. There is nothing wrong with her. She's okay. She's out of danger. That man, the Pope declared, knew how to pray and whom to go to, Mary. Maybe we should identify ourselves with that third friend in the story. Aren't we created in God's image? In this world, don't we carry God's presence? When you take that third friend as the most important one from today's story, when you identify yourself with the neighbor who was awakened and asked for help, then the story is about you, yourself, helping out when asked for help by those in need. Saint Bruno, pray for us.